Hey everyone, Angelo here, homeless filmmaker in LA, living in my car for 16 months now. And over 6 million people filed for unemployment in the last week. That makes for 10 million in the last, 2 weeks? And that's just the people who filed. Websites are going down, the unemployment websites, people can't even file. And a lot of people don't know how. For landlords who don't understand what that is, human beings have jobs, and so when they lose their jobs they try and file for some benefits. They don't just have like other people giving them their money for nothing. So it's a disaster. It's horrible. I try not to say that in a way, but it is for a lot of people. I'm doing just what I can at each moment, not trying to think about, what's going to happen tomorrow, next week, when are the films going to come back, when's the film industry going to come back. No, I just got to be resourceful with what I have. I'm still making a lot of improvement on my dissociative disorder. It still comes and goes, and overall I'm doing a lot better. I'm exercising well every morning. I just did a few lunges, and after this I'll do some more in squats and calf raises and leg raises. By the way, again, for landlords who don't understand what these things are, first of all, I know a lot of landlords are like, if you don't give me money, you're useless. But you got to understand, humans can transmit this disease to landlords. So it's good for you too if people aren't out on the street spreading illness because they can't quarantine. If you wonder why water bills are high and electric bills and stuff, well, people shower, they bathe, they cook, they wash clothes. These are things people do. So just letting you know. And for regular people, when landlords even walk by, you ever notice how you get sick? You're just like, landlord, and this smell of sulfur, like demons pass by. That's because our immune systems aren't exposed to all the horrible things that landlords regularly carry in them, all these toxins and poisons. You just hear the name landlord, it makes me a little nauseous, a little gassy too. But I was doing some research. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. The fact that landlords are leeches, just grab like dogs, basically landlords are like dogs in that when they see a nice piece of meat, they can't help but, salivate and like you got to hold them back. It's not really their fault, so I don't blame them. I blame the parents. Why didn't you raise your kids better to where they became landlords eventually? Anyway, that's this generation now. It's this country. People don't respect each other. They just become landlords. They're like, give me your money for a living. If you don't give me money, you deserve to be homeless. And by the way, hundreds of thousands of people in LA pay over 90%. That's right, 90% of their income in rent. And yet bootlickers are still, putting like a vibrator on their inverted micro penises and massaging it to the notion that like, it feels good. People are homeless because they deserve it. No, it's not that rents are way too high and living is too high. Living costs are too high and wages are too low. No, they deserve it. And just coincidence, a lot of homeless people are people of color. So you're just basically saying like how racist you are. But again, I blame the parents. The schools failed us. The parents failed us. And it's going to get worse. The unemployment's going to get even higher. Over 4,000 people have died. I can't even think. I don't even like saying it. Getting landlords, you're like, so what? Are we still getting paid? Okay, good. Who cares? Again, like a dog, they don't worry about all this stuff, facts and figures. So I get it. It's like when an animal escapes from the zoo. That's what like a landlord is. You don't blame the animal. They're doing what they're going to do. You got to build a bigger fence. By the way, landlords, if you need a little money, you could also try, I put up that great video, the likes of which have never been seen before. Yesterday, Angelo Letterman's top 10 pieces of advice for landlords. I got some more pieces of advice. You could post a GoFundMe, ask for money. You could post on Craigslist for roommates. Just some suggestions. You could sell your things on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. Again, remember though, you got to keep your distance from people, because this infection, this disease can transfer from humans to landlords. So, I called my mom this morning. I let her know every day what's going on, but she knows. She's watching the news. And, just letting her know, hey, like, be as prepared as you can. Exercise, eat well, just be well. And I'm doing the same. And trying to keep myself as busy as possible. But, for regular people, we got to look out for each other. I mean, fucking Nancy Pelosi was blocking legislation to give people relief, like money payments, and she tried to get a tax rebate through for people making over $100,000 a year. Chuck Schumer is trying to get loans out. Kamala Harris is trying to give up to $500, but you got to qualify for it. So 50 million people would be applying to get up to $5 million, and $500, and who's going to process all these claims? So Democrats are useless. They're like, what's the point of it? They're not an opposition party. And we basically have the worst catastrophic leadership we possibly could. Trump thinks that somehow this virus is going to respect blue state boundaries and red state boundaries and only stay in blue states, so he's trying to get more testing kits to red states. Like I said, it's on us. We got to look out for each other, whatever that means. We cannot expect, good leadership to help us. Yeah, we're going to get $1,200 for a lot of us. Even then, a lot of us won't. What about undocumented people? What about homeless people? Oh, I'll be fine. Leave me in my car. Put every other homeless person into housing. I know bootlickers and landlords are like, what does that mean? Help other people? Wait, that word sequence, no, make sense. I don't know how to explain that you should care about people. I just don't know how to explain that. It's something your parents utterly failed you on. Landlord, it makes me sick. Landlords need the shit smacked out of them. But again, it's not their fault. We shouldn't do that. Not their fault. Blame the parents. Maybe we can have some public shaming, like a registry, This person's parent or child is a landlord. Oh, careful. Don't let them into your stores, Anyways, and I'm still, getting over this pinched nerve in my shoulder, but it's good. I've learned to do back workouts with a chain link fence. I just grab the fence with both hands and I get down, crouch down, and pull forward on it. So I get a back workout, so it kind of balances the muscles between my chest and back, because I'm doing lots of push-ups now, but haven't been doing back workouts for like almost 2 weeks. So now I figured out a way to do that. And just be alert. My day wouldn't be good and yesterday I just wasted my day. Somebody let me over to their house and I was basically just on my laptop goofing around for the most part, and I should have been studying, reading screenplays, which I finally got to at the end of the night when I was exhausted. So that's okay, just do better today. Anyways, gonna exercise now. It's about 7:45 in the morning, something like that. And I wear a mask and safety goggles whenever I'm around people, even when I go to the water fountain at the park to fill up my water bottles that I use to bathe with and drink. Man, 10 million unemployed, unprecedented. So, if you're having trouble getting by, let me know. I'm curious, like what you're going to do, what your plans are. I know I've heard from some people, it's tough. Some people, they're doing all right. Some people, they're like, yeah, I'm screwed. I know at least one person said you're staying with your family. And like I said, we just got to make the most of it in a way, in a sense that, I mean, you can't let yourself down now, you know. Got to keep going, got to keep working. All right.